Okay, today we're finally going to do the two tailgate harnesses. I have one. Here's one. Here's the other. Okay, so we're going to take this tailgate apart. My assistant's going to help me. We're going to take the hinge off, and you got to do it one hinge at a time. You got to drop the headliner down. It pulls out of a groove, and then you'll get to the wiring that's right here. One thing to note is when they send you the replacement wiring, they do not send you all the plastic connectors for the wiring. This is the tailgate side, so it has the connectors, but this side's unterminated. It just has the terminals with no plastics. So you're going to need one of these tools to take the plastics off, put them back on this once you've fished it through the hinge. Another thing to note, most of you guys are home mechanics. This is an awesome kit for doing home mechanic work from Harbor Freight. Got all the Phillips's, pliers, everything. It literally has every Allen, Torx, and bit you need, wrenches, other Allens, and then there's racks of sockets going down all the way up to 1/2-inch drive. So definitely good if you're building one of these cars. This kit is everything you're going to need. But let's get started. I'm going to pull this hinge apart. I'm going to pull this cover off to get your handle off. There's a little plastic handle here. You just pull it towards you carefully while holding the metal one where it is. Be careful not to slice your fingers. And then you'll have 2 Phillips screws and just body clips like you have on your door panels. So we'll zip these 2 out. This will drop out, and then this thing will literally unsnap. Just be careful, go around. If you have a clip tool, you could use it. I know my clips are older and they come apart pretty easy, so I'm just doing it this way, but if you had that, you'd be better off. This is only made of cardboard, so you don't really want to wreck it. Let me start pulling the hinge apart and I'll come right back to you. Okay, so now these are the wires we're trying to chase out. I had already cut the harness so I could pull some of it through. This side is not going to pull through until I get the hinge loose because it goes through the hinge. So the next thing I'm going to do is start unbolting the hinge. Usually you take a piece of wood and prop this up, but I have a helper here today. So we're going to take all the screws out, take the hinge off, and then I also have, somewhere around here, there it is, I have a wire snake. So what we're going to do with this is run this from here down, or from the car up to here, tape the new wires and pull them through to the hinges. So I'll get to you when we get there, but let's just start pulling this hinge out of it and see what we get. Will that stay where it is now? These pistons are pretty good. It's gonna move. It's alright, it's just sitting on the car. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Because now I gotta pull those 2 12s or 13s. Okay, so the 2 inside the car are 12mm, and the 2 Torx that hold on the outside is a T30. So let's zip these out. Now, the hinge is free from the car. Pull the wiring out of it from both sides. This was in poor shape. This channel is where your wiring runs. There's butyl in there like there is on everything else in the damn car. Alright, so the unterminated side is actually the tailgate side. The car side is already terminated. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up through the hole that it came out of. You can see it pretty easy through here. We're just going to fish these up out of the roof. That's no problem. Before I do anything else, I'm going to plug them in under the headliner. As you might imagine, it only gets busy with school buses and stuff when you're recording a video out here. Yeah, our version. School bus enthusiast. Those three, and then those three. I'm going to try to fish them without the snake first, and if it doesn't work, then I'll get the snake out. So, there's a round hole right here. The gasket, in the gasket, that's where the wire is going to come through. There's a square notch for yours. Yours will have an arm that comes out for the other torque screw. Mine, the hinge is broken and missing that tab. So you'll have something sticking out here. That's why it looks weird. But the wiring comes out through that other hole, and then it goes in through the round hole in the middle. And we'll just fish it down the tailgate. And it's really not bad. You might have to put your finger through this hole where the other screw goes and just help guide it until you get it to about here, and then you can pull it through if you wanted. Like this. Okay. And then you have your brother or your lovely assistant push the gate in. So right about there. I'm sure you were staring at my shoulder the whole time, but that's how you get the harness in. Now, the harness is right here, right where we want it, and it's already hooked up in here. So we just hook it up to here, put on our plastics, and then do the other side. So we'll come back to you when we're doing the other side. All right, costume change. Kids came home from school, buses were loud, and the gloves are because this side, like a typical Volvo, is absolutely covered in butyl tape. So we're going to unplug this side, and then we'll do the exact same process where we unbolt the hatch. Yeah, look at this. I mean, typical Volvo. Sticky butyl on everything.
Yes, the wires are biodegradable.
Yeah, well, only in the early years. This year wasn't a biodegradable year. But, yep, we're gonna undo all the wiring. It's all unhooked. There's a ground here. I don't know if that's part of this harness. We're gonna find out together. And let me undo the headliner. That's why I wanted to wear gloves, so I could take them off for the white headliner. And I'll unplug everything here. I'll take the hinge out. When I get the hinge off, we'll come back. I'll show you what I found and why it breaks. It's all broken in here. And then we'll fish the new one back. Another thing, it'll be kind of obvious when you're doing it, but if you want to just be in the moment, the packages from IPD say that this is passenger side and what years they are. It's pretty easy to tell because the passenger side on these Volvos has a big round barrel connector for under your headliner. So that one would be your passenger, but if you were just in a rush, you can read the bags. It does actually tell you. Okay, this side was fun. With this side, You definitely want a wire snake. It makes your life easier if you run it from the back to the front. Tie up your wiring and pull it through. For some reason there's a lot of butyl on this side, not the other side, and it was catching it on everything. It's already plugged in here. If you're going to put this hinge on, I suggest putting it onto the trunk lid itself first, getting that gasket all set, then doing the one on the roof. It was a pain in the butt to try to do it the other way around, so I didn't record it because you need like 13 hands and I only have 2. So but this is what I was talking about. These are the connectors that they don't give you, and with one of these special tools for barrel connectors, they have barrels. I don't know if this will work in this one. I think I have to use a different one. Yeah, that one's too small. We'll try another one in a second. But with these flat blade connectors, any one of these straight pins, you can push them down the side that's notched and push up on it usually. These are bending really easy, so they're kind of not the best one for this job. This one might be thicker. Oh, there we go. This looks like it'll do. Usually you just push it in here, twist it around a little bit. All you're trying to do is bend the pin down, and then these will come apart just like that. And then you're left with this, which will just come over to the new wire. We'll find the wire I just took off, which is the female. Let's see. It's still in there. There it is. The female one. We'll find that pin, and we'll put the pin on the notch side, push in, and I'll seat it with one of these tools because I can't get it in there by hand. There it is. So we're just going to do that with all of these. Once we get all these barrel connectors off and stuff, we'll put them on those, plug it all in, and then we get to put it back together, put our covers back on. I'll show you when it's done, and we'll see what actually works on Tomato, because honest to God, I have no idea if any of it's going to work. I've never seen any of it work, so this will be a first for both of us. All right. You're probably going to hear the family there behind me having food time and just hanging out because it's nice out. But I'm going to show you this. It's all wired, and I got to try it, and I got a door lock now, and I have plate lights. But when you're doing your headliner, there's this little like trough that this plastic edging goes in, and the only pain part is you got to get it to go straight to get into the trough. So when you put it up in here, you just turn it and it'll fall in. If it doesn't, just take something flat, push it up there like a butter knife, and you can turn this sideways and it'll go right in. If you have to, you can pull this out of your way. That's what I do for corners. I like to take this out of the way for the corner. That's your washer hose. But yeah, the corner is the only place you're really going to have to push and stretch. You're going to go down your window all the way to the back. It's got the same kind of trough. It's just straight up and down instead of sideways. So that's all in now. And then the last piece you're going to deal with is pulling this corner up, which I'll try to do on camera. I can't promise it'll come out. Yep, look at that. Tomato likes to work with me. I think the car likes me. But that's all that. This back together with the carpet and tuck these wires in. As you can see, they're coated pretty good, but all the wires are hooked up. So now I just gotta put the carpet back, the 2 screws and the handle, and this project's done. Vacuum all this. This is all aluminum dust from the hinges. So we'll do that, and then the next part I'm going to do for you is the driver's door handle, show you taking the door completely apart. So just give me a little bit, we'll get this done. So now we're going to test the lights. Go ahead, John. We got plate lights, LEDs, and then, so it's nice and latched, lock it. Nope. All right, unlock it. We got power door lock now. So this is all put back together. So now we'll go over here and we're going to change that door handle and that door lock so I have a matching key, and we'll be able to lock and unlock this with the key. So now we're going to change this door handle and this door lock, because I never had the key for this door lock. It'd be funny if it was the same key as the new lock. Nope. And this door handle has always been too tight. I have a black one to replace it. So let's get you in here and we'll work on this. To take these apart, first you have 2 little rubber plugs. They cover screws. If you're careful, you can do this with a knife without hurting or gouging anything. That's just hair, that's dirt. Next, this you gotta be really careful with. They're brittle old plastic. You pull down a little, pull it out, lift up, it'll come off. It clips in 4 places. So be careful with that. You got your screws for your speaker, unless you have your factory speaker grill. Even then, you'd unclip that. I think you have screws there. We have 2 Torx screws at the bottom of the door. I'll have to get a socket for. And then we have these 3 plastic clips. These would be if you had your map pocket. If you don't, you run this. I'll use that Phillips for a minute. I think these ones are Phillips. This might be long enough. Yep, maybe. Nope, they're Torx too. So I gotta set up a Torx real quick. I'll be right back. We'll take these 2 out. We'll take these 2 out for the map pocket, and then we'll get a trim tool for those. Once you get these 2 out, you slide your switches out the back, and then you twist this up till it's about here, and it will pop out. It's got an L channel in there that it slips in and twists into. So I'll be right back when we get. Okay. So this is a T20 for these and these. I'm gonna cheat. We're gonna go in with the little Milwaukee gun. I love this thing. Okay. Those 2. The 2 for the map pocket. They have a little spacer. You kind of need that, so don't lose it, don't break it. Let's try to take the handle off before I pull the speaker. Nope, this speaker grill is trimmed to fit this. We did that last year, so we gotta take the screws out first. Last one. Okay. That pulls the speaker grill and the speaker out. Okay. Now there's one more right here I forgot about. You see those? John got me some trim tools. There you go. So you get 3 in total on the handle. Then we pull the handle out and we slide the switch pack towards the door and let it hang there for a minute. Now we can turn this handle straight up, and you're going to find a point where it wants to pop out right there. and it's notched. This one's actually been broken before, and I just dropped one of the screws, but 2 big screws, that's that. And then that's where the handle goes in. But like I said, this one looks broken. It's been broken before, but we'll make it work. So for the switches, you could either slide this through the hole, or you can just unplug all these and see if they want to be unplugged. That one looks like it melted before. It's interesting. Okay, there's those. Now we'll use the trim tool. That's just a regular trim tool for any car. So we can go in and take these out without hurting the door panel. You just get behind them and wiggle all around. They'll pop out. That one wanted to break. I kind of knew it was coming. I have some more on the truck, so I'm not worried about that. That one came right out. So now we just come in, grab the panel from the sides. Oh yeah, unscrew your little door lock piece. Slide this up, it comes right off. Hand it off. But if you look, there's little clips everywhere, just like the tailgate. So you want to pull it around, all the way around very carefully. There you go, John. Now I gotta put the window up.
I actually ripped the bottom.
Alright, so now let me grab the key and put this window up. Now we're going to go in and we're going to put our window up. This would be an absolute perfect time, if you're smart, to go and lubricate all the little areas for your door, for your window, for your door mechanism. I mean, how often are you going to take this apart? So, good time to do it. I don't have to plug all the switches in, I'm just going to. Okay, you can see that's one of the pinch points that would be great to lubricate. I'll probably get some WD-40 out and just do that. That's your speaker wire. Okay, so now we're going to work over here in the door handle area. I'm using a professional camera right now, and the screen is only on the back, so I can't see what you see most of the time. I hope it comes out good. Usually, there's a piece of trim in your way here to get towards all this. This one doesn't have anything in the way right now, which is great. So, there's 2 screws on the handle. I've shown this on the passenger side before, but we're going to do this one too. So we're going to take those 2 screws, remove the handle, put in the new handle, wicked easy, they're Torx. And then we're going to go in, remove this metal clip and the sensor for the door lock, for the auto lock, and put in the new lock. So we'll get that done real quick. Okay, so now for the door handle itself, it's a T30. So we're going to come in through here between the door lock. There's one. On this door, it's going to be kind of a pain just because of the window track. But I'm going to try to go in here like this and cheat. And it worked. Okay. Be careful if you do what I just did. This door is sharp as a knife. It will cut you. So now we're going to pull the handle out. I've shown this before, but everything Volvo is origami. So you pop this little handle off. There's a rod in here that you're going to lift up. Mine seems to be hung up. So now what I did was I just took that tab off the rod so I could sand it. Now we're going to put it on. This is also the adjustment for the door handle. If you put this on and you have too much free play, then you can tighten this up. That's on now. So now what I will do is I will start my screws, and then we'll adjust the free play in it. I'm sure you can hear it, but the neighbor's kids are having a great time in the pool. We all got something to contend with because we do it after work hours, but okay, there's the T30. Okay, that one's nice and tight. Before I put the spring on, you just want to see. Oh yeah, very nice. Okay, so now I can put the spring back on. The trick to putting the spring on is hug your door and give it sweet nothings. Then put the rod back. They love that.